Hello, this is Kate from dailytarotgirl.com, and this is your weekly oracle card reading, and I am using the Tao Oracle for this reading, which is a really cool, unique deck that I really love to use. But before I get into the reading, I just want to let you know that I am part of a new tarot podcast. Our podcast is called Menage a Tarot, and there's 3 of us. So there's me and 2 other tarot enthusiasts, David Deere and Rhonda Snow. And once a month we get together and we talk about tarot, and we talk about all kinds of like really juicy, exciting topics within the topic of tarot. So our very first episode is ready to download and ready to listen to. So I'm going to put the link in a pop-up in this video, and I'm also going to put the link to our podcast in the about section of this video. So it's a really fun, lighthearted show. I think you'll really enjoy listening to it, so check it out. Okay, so I'm going to start with the first card, which represents Monday and Tuesday of the upcoming week. Okay, and I should say, when I'm going to read these cards, I'm just going to read the images, and then I might, after, if I feel like it, I might look at the words. I find with these cards, the words sometimes distract me and kind of pull me out of the reading, so I'm just going to focus on the image here. But this card is number 38, the card of opposition. So we're starting off the week. I feel we're going to experience some sort of polarity or opposition of some sort. Not necessarily a negative kind of opposition, but the kind of opposition that might feel sort of energizing. You know, when you sort of, when you have that experience where someone maybe disagrees with you, and then you kind of get a little bit excited and you sort of get into the whole like argument thing, or you sort of like get kind of charged up about, you know, conflict in the workplace. And part of it's maybe negative, but part of it is sort of, you're just getting really energized by all the conflict that's going on. So just be aware of that happening. And if you have opposition in your life, see I shouldn't have read that word on the card. It totally is distracting me, and I keep coming back to that word opposition. I feel like the key here is to try to see something from someone else's perspective. As I'm looking at the image in this card, I see, you know, 2 figures, and one sees things, you know, from one point of view, and the other person is kind of upside down, which actually kind of makes me think of the hangman in tarot, or the hanged man. And the real message here is about balance. So as you begin your week, check in with yourself and just notice how balanced you feel. And if you feel kind of out of sorts or really drained, you'll know something's kind of out of balance. And one way to get back in balance is to actually look at things from 2 different perspectives. And especially if there's like an issue or something that's kind of weighing on your mind, try looking at it from a totally different viewpoint. Or and one way you can do this is think, okay, how would this person look at it? And this isn't to say that your viewpoint is not valid, but it's just to sort of exercise that part of your brain that can kind of switch around and look at things from various different perspectives, just so you'll notice things and get certain ideas that you might not have had just sort of looking at things from the one perspective. Okay, so moving on to the middle of the week, so Wednesday and Thursday. We've got card number 32, the card of duration. And this card is about, I feel like this is about the cycles and changes in season. And I mean, our lives are always on this sort of, I don't want to say repeat, but we always go through phases. So, you know, you'll be in a phase of abundance and maybe busyness, and then a phase of quiet and solitude where not a lot is happening. And these phases are very, very healthy. In fact, I would even go so far as to say if your life doesn't have these phases, something's kind of wrong. Something's out of balance. And that makes me think of how our modern life, I mean, not to go off on a preachy tangent, but I feel like our modern life is so kind of opposed to this concept of seasons, and that we're expected to, you know, work every day, well, 5 days a week or whatever, and, you know, 8 or 9 hours a day, and, you know, only 2 or 3 weeks off a year. That's what most people do. And it's sort of this go, 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 go kind of mentality. And I think that's pretty stressful for a lot of people. But anyways, getting back to the card, this is about creating, I guess creating, I don't want to say creating seasons, that doesn't make sense, but creating, well, again, I guess it comes back to creating balance and acknowledging that wherever you are in your life, this is just one phase. You're just in one season. So I think it would probably be helpful for you right now to kind of check in with yourself and ask yourself, what season am I in right now? Like, is this like a springtime phase for me? Or, you know, are a lot of things coming to fruition? Are things really busy? Or is this like a winter time where I feel very much like I need to go within and spend time alone? You know, what phase are you in right now? And use that phase to the best of your ability. So if you feel like spending time alone, then this is a good time to do some inward journeying and, you know, to do some meditation. And if you have all this like pent up energy and you want to be creative and you want to get out there and you want to interact with people, then capitalize on that energy and do what you feel you know, whatever your urge is pushing you towards. Okay, so the last card represents the weekend and the end of the week, so Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay, we've got card number 27, the corners of the mouth. I am going to read the words on this card. This card is about nourishment, health, well-being, providing for others, creating balance, nurturing the body, mind, and spirit. So I think this really relates to the previous card, the card of duration, about sort of following your instincts with, you know, what you feel is right for you and your energy levels, and kind of allowing that to guide your actions. And of course, this card is about being able to receive nourishment and health and well-being. And all of that comes from sort of following your instincts and following your passion, really, and doing what you feel drawn to do. That can be a very, very nourishing experience. And I think a lot of dis-ease and, you know, when you're not feeling well, I think it can often be because you've been fighting against what you really want to do and what your body's telling you to do. So you've maybe been pushing yourself, or you've been holding back too much and you know, not creating something that needs to come forth. And I think that can cause a lot of you know, not feeling good, sort of dis-ease. And so this is about doing things that nourish you. So this weekend, ask yourself, like, what does my body really, really, really want? What does my heart really want? You know, what does my spirit really want? What does my mind want? And just kind of exploring that. And that can be actually a good journaling exercise to do. And I know for myself, for the longest time, I've just wanted to sit at my table in the evenings and sketch and listen to music. And for some reason, I keep like talking myself out of it. I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna do dishes, or I'm gonna organize this pile of papers, or I'm gonna just read this book. And when I do those activities, it feels so unnatural. And I think, like, why don't I just sit and draw for a night? That's what I really want to do. So I encourage you this weekend to do what you really, really, really want to do, what your spirit, what your soul really wants you to do. So please feel free to add your own interpretations. Thank you so much for listening and for watching. It looks like it's going to be a really interesting week. I'm looking forward to it. And my name is Kate, and I'm from dailytarotgirl.com. And you can check out my website for all kinds of fun tarot exercises, tarot articles, videos, and tarot spreads. Thanks for watching. Have a beautiful week.